Hi boys and girls, today we are back in our math instruction book talking about surface area of a rectangular prism. Now if you are in the 2020 book like me, we are going to be on pages 250 and 251. For those of you kiddos who are in the 2017 version, you will be on page 242 and 243. So let's start up at the top in the tan box. A packaging designer wants to find out how much leather is needed to cover the jewelry box shown below. The box is 12 centimeters long. There's our length. 3 centimeters wide and 5 centimeters high. So you can see 3 centimeters wide, 5 centimeters high. Find the surface area of the box. Now, what they've done in order to find the surface area is they've unfolded it and made this shape. What is it that we call this shape? It's a net. Yes, they drew a net to help them find the surface area. And then what they've done is they've taken the information that they have from the net and put it down into this table. So anytime they knew the length, they wrote it down, and the width, they wrote it down, and the height, they wrote it down. And they did the top, the bottom, the front, the back, the right side, and the left side. Now, all that we need in order to find area are two of the sides. So if we have length and width, we can find the area. If we have length and height, we can also find the area. Or if we have width and height, we can find the area. So as long as we have the measurement of two of those sides, we're able to find the area. And then we can take the area of each of the faces and come up with the surface area of the box, and then we will know how much leather we need. So come with me to the next page and we'll see if we can answer the questions. Okay, boys and girls, we are answering question number 2 at the top of the page. And question number 2 asks us to look at the table and the model it. How can you find the total surface area of the rectangular prism? Well, we just answered that. And what was our answer? All you have to do is add the areas of each of the 6 faces. So add the areas of each of the 6 faces. Make sure you're writing this down in your book. Okay, let's answer the second part of that question. And it says, what is the surface area of the prism? Show your work. So we are going to look back on the previous page and find the areas. And if I look back to the areas that are in that table, I've got 36 plus 36 plus 60 plus 60 plus 15 plus 15. All right, boys and girls, pause the video and add those up for me. Did you get 222? Well, if you did, you've done it right. Good job. Let's move on to question number 3. In a rectangular prism, which pairs of faces have the same side? So go back and look at your table. And you're going to be able to tell by looking at the area that's found in that table, which pairs of faces have the same side. So let's take the top. The top has the same area as what? The bottom. Both have an area of 36. Then we have the front. The front has the same area as what, guys? Nice job, the back. And then we have the right side, or the right end, that face on the right. What's the corresponding area for the next one? Yes, you're right, guys, the left side. All right, get that all written down and we'll move on to number 4. How can you use your answer to problem 3 to find the surface area of a prism? Well, we know these two are the same, right? And we know these two are the same. And we know these two are the same. So let's look. The top and bottom both had an area of what? Both had an area of 36. The front and back both had an area of what? Of 60. And the sides both had an area of what, guys? 15. All right. So it's pretty simple. It's not going to take that much work. We know that if we take 36, what do you got to do to 36? Multiply it by 2. And then you add that number to 60. What do you do to 60? Multiply it by 2. And then you add that number to 15. Multiplied by 2. And when you do all of that, work, you're going to get 72 plus 120 plus 30. Does it still equal the same as it did up there? Yes, it did. We still get 222. Nicely done, 6th graders. Let's go down to the next problem. Oh, boys and girls, I made a mistake. Number 5 says, use the method from problem number 4 to find the surface area. Show your work. I just went ahead and showed my work and did it all. So let's answer this question. How can you use your area or your answer to problem number 3 to find the surface area of a prism? And what we did is, and you can just write this down here. We're just switching these two around. And what we're doing is you can find the area of each pair and multiply it by 2, then add. So you'll have to forgive me. I got a little bit ahead of myself right here. And they were actually looking for the words up here. And I went ahead and did the problem. So actually, these two sentences belong up here and the work belongs down here. But if you did what I did, it's totally fine. Sorry I led you astray. We still understand the process and we know what we're doing there. So last question, number 6. Explain how to find the surface area of a rectangular prism. So put in its most basic way and the simplest form. What are we doing when we're trying to find the area of a rectangular prism? Did you say that we're adding all the areas of the faces up? That's what I thought you said. Good job, 6th graders. We are adding the areas of each face together. All right, my Fantasticos, you have 2 questions to answer for yourself. I'd like you to do the try it on your own, answer questions 7 and 8. And then when you are finished with that, if you would do your PPS pages 269 and 270, that would be perfect. Thanks, 6th grade. Have a great day.